Welcome to another Reclaim TV stream. We're really excited today on this April 1st to do something a little different. And that is to, unveil something we get lots of questions about. We get lots of questions about our support, and it's something we're really proud of when people say, hey, your support's really good. We try really hard. So we thought we would give you all, anyone who's watching this, a little insight into our, internal processes here at Reclaim Hosting, so they can learn a little bit about how we make sure our support teams, our support team is as effective as possible. So with that in mind, I'm going to go right into it, and we're going to kick things right off with what we're calling Best Support on the Internet, a Reclaim game show. Give me 1 sec to get all of our things ready here. And go. Once it starts playing. That's right, it's Best Support on the Internet, a Reclaim game show. We pride ourselves on giving good support and fast here at Reclaim, and our favorite feedback we ever receive is that our support is the best on the internet. We're a small company that supports a lot of people, so how do we do it? We're here today to pull back the curtains, unveil the mystery, give out the recipe to our secret sauce, which is game show-based employee training. We are joined today by these amazing, adept, auspiciously awesome support agents today on a game show we call Best Support on the Internet. Here are the rules. You all will buzz in to answer questions. You can only answer one question at a time, as some questions will be two-parters, and you can only provide one answer per buzz, after which it goes to the next person if you don't get the answer correct. I will award a point for a correct or my favorite answer. The support agent with the most points at the end of the game wins top agent for the day. Do y'all have any questions before we get started?
I just want to say that I am ready to dominate.
Excellent.
Concerned.
You're concerned? Yeah, I mean, the fierce competitors here today. We've got some of our top support agents, and we're all really excited. I'm getting my notes together here because some of these questions, I'll say there's a range of them. There are some questions that I think you all will get pretty quick, and some of them you might not. So, yeah. And if we're all ready, let's give our buzzers one test before we get on the first question. If everyone can press a buzzer now. Fantastic. I'm seeing all the times coming in. Yeah, we'll kick it off. We're going to start things with a little intro question, and that is around .htaccess. It's a file. I think you're all familiar. Two-parter here. First question, question one. What does it do? Buzz in with your answer. All right, Jason. Jason got it first. Jason, what does the .htaccess file do?
That is going to let people get into your website. Anybody on the web who wants to can just download that file and just get right on your website.
Yeah,
regardless of anything else.
Yeah, I'll give you the point. .htaccess file, it's for Apache configuration, and Apache is the web server. So it is doing the serving of the website. So absolutely. And most web applications will require some type of Apache configuration. So absolutely. I'm going to reset the buzzers. If anyone has an answer for what does it stand for, 3, 2, 1, buzz in. Jason, you got it again. You're quick on the buzzer.
I can't remember. I think it stands for Howdy Time Access.
Nope. I'm gonna give that to the next player who buzzed in. Sorry, Jim.
How about hypertext access?
Hypertext access. You got it. Wow. I honestly didn't expect anyone to get that. I should note that we do not encourage the use of search engines here on our game show based training, but.
In fact, we're using Proctorio to prevent it.
Yes.
Right now, all of our web browsers are controlled by the man in the purple tie or the pink tie.
Oh, yeah.
Our support team doesn't require research. We don't need to Google things.
Hypertext access. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, next one in. Oh, we've got, I think, a late breaking contestant joining us here. So we've got Gautam here, and Gautam, when you got your camera on, feel free to jump in.
I'll be off on the camera, but I'm
Oh,
here.
that's fine. The only thing you'll need, Gautam, is that multi-buzz link in Slack. It's in the EdTech channel, and if you join there, you'll be able to use the buzzer to buzz in for questions.
I am certain that my chances of winning just went down to below 0. I'm ruined.
You gotta be quick on the buzzer. You know, it's a tough one for sure.
Is there a room code for that buzzer?
Yes. Here, I'm gonna DM you it in Slack.
I don't know what Jason is. He might like have one of those gaming mouses where it just goes so quick.
It's the latency.
Like, boom.
Got it.
All right. Once you join in, I should be able to see it.
Yep.
All right. Gautam, why don't you give the buzzer a test real quick? Perfect. All right, I'm resetting it. On to our next question. Oh, and the rules, Gautam, pretty simple. I'm going to award points for correct or my favorite answer. And you only get one answer per buzz. So this is another two-parter question around the dig command. Question 1 is going to be, what does it do? Buzz in with your answer. Amanda.
Dig is a terminal command that will tell you information about a particular domain, like its IP address, DNS info.
Yeah, it is specifically for it is a terminal command and it's for DNS information. I'll give you the point on that one. And the next one is, what does it stand for? Jim. Oh, you're muted.
It's short for "Can you dig it?"
Nope, sorry. If someone else wants to buzz in, I'll take another answer. Pilot.
It's short for DNS is garbage.
That may win. We'll see. But that's not the correct answer. I will hear another answer if someone has one. I don't have that sound effect lined up, but that's the out of time one. When it was originally written in the man pages, which is like the manual you can look up in the terminal, it said it was short for Domain Information Grouper. But that was actually removed in 2017, so it was clearly a backronym.
In the man pages. I love that whole idea. I'm going to consult the man pages.
Hey, what are you going to do before the internet, you know?
According to the Oxford Dictionary.
And if your internet is not working, you may be checking dig. So possibly.
So
all right.
it means what? DNS information grouper?
Yeah, it was clearly a stretch.
I like that. Okay, good.
Yeah. All right. Next question. HTML versus HTM. What's the difference? Why? Yes, Jason.
One has a letter L and the other one doesn't.
Technically correct, the best kind of correct. I am going to see if someone gets the spirit of the question, though. This is a historical one, I'll say.
No, I'm with Jason on this. I'm with Jason on this one.
All right, Jim.
I think the difference is HTM was before HTML was officially considered a language.
Not exactly. Technically, you could argue HTML predates it. So I'll take one more considered answer, and then we'll see.
Is mine considered a considered answer or no?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll consider it. All right, I think I'm going to give it to Jason for the technically correct answer here. But the difference is HTML and the original web servers were designed for Next computers, which were Unix. And when Microsoft made web servers for Windows, at that time, DOS and some early versions of Windows did not support 4-letter extensions, so they just chopped the L off. So, yeah. That's a historical question and kind of a hard one and definitely a trick one too. So I'm going to give Jason the second point or another point there. Jason currently in the lead with 2 points.
Well, now I have to ask because of the competition. Do I get a point for my Dig answer? Never confirmed.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I completely forgot to award you a point. You do get a point. I'm sorry.
Excellent.
The board.
I will always
So
award
you don't
a
get what you
point.
don't ask for, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
You're in the game. You gotta be here. You know. All right. So this next section is specifically about acronyms. So I've got a bunch of them, and we're gonna go through all of them. So if you can give me the correct name of the acronym, you get a point. If no one gets the correct name, I'll award my favorite answer with a point. HTTP. What does it stand for? Jim, I got it first.
Okay, it's Hypertext something T protocol.
Yeah, that's pretty close. As someone else can get closer, Gautam was next.
Hypertext transfer protocol.
That is correct. Gautam gets a point. And so you're on the board with 1 point. Hypertext transfer protocol. Next one is SSL. Amanda.
Security socket layer.
It's very close.
Socket security layer.
It's very close, but not quite close enough. I'm gonna Gautam buzzed in next.
It's secure socket layer.
Secure sockets layer. Yes. Very, very
Technicality,
close.
Amanda.
All right. Next one is. Whoops. My thing is being weird. All right. TLS. Gautam.
Transport layer security.
Yes. Yep. Gautam really cranking on the points here. Next one is CMS. Jim. Oh, muted.
No point for him.
Content management system.
Content management system. That is correct.
I'm coming for you, Jason Gautam.
All right. Next one, LAMP.
Oh.
Jim next.
Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP, Python, or sometimes Perl.
That is correct. I'll give you a question there. Or a point there. Yes. All right. Next one. CDN. Pilot.
Content delivery network.
Correct. I need to have come up with a better way to award points. It's less time consuming. All right. FTP. Gautam.
File transfer protocol.
Yes, that is correct. All right. SFTP. Pilot.
Secure file transfer protocol.
Correct.
You're
Somebody
game
else-
mousing it there. I know you are. I was quick and you beat me.
I think something's wrong with my buzzer.
Okay, well, we can test it here. I'm gonna this won't count for the next one. Here, why don't you buzz in? It definitely works.
No excuses, Amanda.
Domination.
DNS. Gautam.
Domain naming system
Yes.
or domain name server.
Domain name system. You got it right first time.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. Next one is SSH. Amanda.
Oh no.
This is kind of a hard one, actually.
You got to bank on
Yeah,
your
I think my
second.
buzzer's not working. I didn't mean to buzz into this one. This one definitely means shh, don't when you're coming in to behind the
What is that like internet meme that my kids do right now? They're like,
No,
I don't know what it is, but there's
I
something
ate out.
mean.
No, but this way, because you can access it, but you do it like sneaky, like in the back. Like,
We'll see. That's a good one, but it's not the correct one. So I am going to take other answers here. Gautam was next to buzz in.
Secure shell.
Yes, secure shell is correct. It's one of those tricky ones where it's 3 letters but only 2 words. All right. Oops. Very close between editing names for points and wrong thing. All right. Next one. IP. Pilot.
Internet protocol?
Correct.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Intellectual property.
Yeah, I guess that's maybe I would have taken that. SQL. Gautam.
Subject query language. I'm not sure about S.
Not correct.
Oh,
I'll take
okay.
more answers. Anyone else want to take a guess? Pilot?
Server query language?
Not quite. Any other
Okay.
guesses?
Sequence? No.
SQL query language.
It's a recursive acronym. Pilot, I'm going to give you that for SQL query language because I like the idea of it being a recursive acronym. It is structured query language. The structured query language is the answer. All right, HTML. Amanda.
hypertext markup language.
Yep, you got it. All right. And CSS. Jim.
Cascading style sheets for
Correct.
500, Jack.
Correct. And that is our last acronym. We're now into the logos section here. So I'm going to show you a logo. Some of them much easier than others, I will say. And you have to identify what the logo is for. These are, for the most part, all open source projects or foundations behind a well-known project. And there's one exception, but it's still web related. So we will start out easy here with this one. Amanda.
PHP.
Yes, correct. All right. This next one is a logo for something you definitely heard of and use, but it's an old logo for it. Gautam.
Google Chrome.
Yes, Google Chrome. I always loved how weirdly detailed this old logo was.
Bold of you to assume that we use Chrome.
I mean,
Like you
I'm
assume
sorry.
correctly, but
Yeah, I mean, sorry. I like Firefox. I use Firefox, but I mean, you at least have it, right? It's probably installed. All right, next one. Amanda.
Is that Apache?
Apache, correct. Yes, it's both the web server and the Apache Foundations logo. So, all right. This one's a tricky one. Pilot.
MariaDB.
Correct. That's a good one. I know Pilot and I were most interested in this logo in particular pretty recently, so I kind of had a sense.
It came up while we were doing research for Reclaim Press documentation. But
Yeah. All right.
you said logos, and I was like, okay, please God, let MariaDB be in here. That's the only one I know.
Now I'm wondering why.
Why is it this?
Yeah.
Maybe perhaps it'll make more sense with this one. Jim.
That's MySQL.
Yes. So MariaDB, that's correct. You get a point. MariaDB is a fork of MySQL. MySQL is a dolphin, and MariaDB is a seal. And it's clearly just to look similar. I don't remember off the top of my head why MySQL is a dolphin. by
They're
the way.
both mammals.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next one. Amanda.
Netscape.
No. Incorrect. Gautam buzzed in next.
Node.js.
Also incorrect. Jim, next.
Nginx.
Nginx web server. That is correct. All right. Next one. Jim.
Netscape.
I was really hoping someone would mix Netscape and Nginx up, to be honest. So,
I love this one. Well done.
yeah, it's such a good logo. That is correct. This is for Netscape. All right. Amanda.
RSS
Yes.
for life.
For life. All right. Gautam.
Docker.
Docker. Yes.
It's a great logo.
It is a good logo.
By the way, it's crazy on the back end to be seeing the delay in times. Jim was 70 milliseconds behind Gautam on that.
Oh,
one.
you guys can see that too. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
It is cool. I wonder. It's so close. I honestly, like, the speed of light is coming into factor here. I feel like some of these. All right. This next one is, I think, a tricky one. All right. Jim.
I'm going to take a shot at this. I don't know what it is, but what's that database that works with like Mastodon?
Postgres?
Postgres.
It's not Postgres.
Okay.
I will give a hint to anyone else who wants to buzz in that this is a technology that has been mentioned by a contestant already. Pilot.
This is a nonsense answer. The only thing I can think of is lump.
Lump? No. All right. Anybody else? I'll give 5 more seconds for another buzz in.
Chris said from the cheap seats that he can feel this logo in his soul. So it's maybe like some Unix or Fedora or something like that.
All right. I'm going to call time. I forgot that I have this thing. I don't know if that comes through on my microphone.
It does.
Okay, cool. This is a hard drive platter, by the way. But it makes sounds when you. Anyway, this is the Pearl logo. Why is the Pearl logo a camel? I don't know, but it is. So yep. No one got the point that time, unfortunately. So, all right. Next one is this. Pilot.
Python.
Python. That is correct. I always like this logo. Two little snakes.
Oh, is that what those are?
Yeah.
I figured
think so,
someone was
right?
really bad at the letter P.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be also kind of evoking the letter P, but yeah, I think they're little snakes next to each other. They're like cuddling, you know? All right. Next one. Pilot.
Ubuntu?
Correct. Yes, Ubuntu, the Linux distribution. These next two are going to be hard, but hopefully this one will get you in the right mindset for them. That's a hint. Jason.
Mindset.
No.
Worth a try.
Yeah, definitely. Any other guesses?
Looks like a compass.
This is a tool you've all definitely used, and yeah, you wouldn't have much reason to have seen the logo.
It's a lot of arrows. It's making me dizzy.
DNS? That doesn't mean anything. There's no logo for that, but what?
Multi something.
It's not OVH.
No.
No.
I will say they're all open source except for Netscape. That was the only one that wasn't open source. And then even that, I guess, technically kind of went open source if you want to count Mozilla. All right, I'm calling it. I'm giving the point to Jason for my favorite answer, which is Mindset. And this is the CentOS logo, CentOS Linux.
Interesting.
Not going to need to know about that for much longer.
Not really, no. All right, next one. Sorry, it's even harder than this one.
Oh, no.
Jim. You're muted.
This is the Russian ripoff of Chrome, right?
Nope. Anybody else want to hazard a guess?
I swear to God, I've seen this somewhere, but I don't know where.
It looks really
Oh, no.
familiar.
Uh-huh. I'll give you another hint. We've done 2 Linux distributions so far in a row. And now this. Gautam.
I'm just guessing. Alma Linux.
That is correct. Alma Linux. This is the Alma Linux logo, which is the CentOS alternative, basically. All right. That was the hardest logo. We are done with logos now. We are now onto the thrilling HTTP response status codes section.
Oh boy, here we go.
Everyone has been excited for this one. Lots of talk around HTTP response status codes. I am going to first give you a error message, and you're going to tell me what status code that is for. I am not going to give you a screenshot because I think it's actually a little bit harder to do without a screenshot, without the context of the browser. It looks a little bit weird. But I did copy these directly from a browser error code, and I did in one case remove the actual number, which was in the status code. So these are, by the way, they're three number codes, right? Those kind of, this is not working, error, 3 number. All right. First one, Pilot.
404.
404 not found. That is correct. All right. Next one. Oh.
I'm sorry. That was panic.
It's okay. It's okay.
I see how you get so quick, Gal. You just, as soon as he changes the slide, you do it and figure out the answer after.
I
That's a
had my
strategy.
finger on the screen.
All right. Next one. Forbidden. Amanda.
403.
Correct. That is correct. I am
6
honestly,
turns.
maybe you all are better at these than me, I think. All right. Next one. Service unavailable. Amanda again.
That's a 503.
That is correct. 503. Cool. All right. Those were easier for you all than I would have figured.
I feel like you're
Easier
giving.
for Amanda.
Yeah, no, it's Amanda buzzes in, and the rest of us get to go. Oh no, we totally knew that. Amanda's just faster.
that is a
No,
legit strategy.
I've been completely wrong.
The thing is, if you buzz in too early and you don't know, someone else gets to go before you, right? I only
Yeah.
give you one answer. So, all right, this next section, we're still on response status codes, but there are 5 categories of response status codes. We are going to name the categories because no, I wasn't going to ask you to name literally all of the more obscure ones. So we're going to talk about categories. This is what the categories look like. Don't buzz in yet. But we're going to start from the bottom. So we're going to start from the bottom and identify them going up. At the very bottom, you'll see the 500s. And below that, you'll see the actual answers. So this is a matching thing. So starting with 500 to 599, that category, what is that status code? What are those status codes referring to? Pilot.
Server error.
Correct. Pilot in the lead with 10 points.
Wow.
I was frantically clicking on that, waiting for you to reset the buzzer.
All right. Next one is. Oh, Amanda.
I just thought highlighted. That's redirection.
Incorrect. Got him.
Client error.
Client error is correct.
Oh, like 404, you put in the wrong URL.
Mm-hmm.
This one's on you.
Yeah, the problem is from like a support perspective, these can be a little bit misleading because it can be a misconfigured server that results in a client error, right? And vice versa. But if you look at what the codes are, if you curl up with a good e-reader and the Mozilla Web Docs, it makes a little bit more sense. So, all right, 300s. Jim.
Redirection.
This is redirection. That is correct. Oops. There we go. And Jim again.
Successful.
Yes, the 200 series is success.
Do I by default get 100 to 199 now?
You do not.
Is it just a race
It's
for
just a
whoever
matter
can
of
hit
who
the
gets
buzzer
it
fast
first.
enough?
I'm in Italy. This works against me. Latency.
We don't know where StreamYard's hosted. You could be the closest. Or a multibuzz.app, the thing we're using for the buzzer.
No one hosts anything in Europe after GDRP or what? GRDP, GDP, PPR. Okay.
Yes, so the last one is informational. If you would have asked me where the status code started, I would have told you there are none lower than 200. I did not know that the 100s existed. So we have been preparing our support agents over the course of the last, well, how long have we been doing this here? About 35-ish minutes. And now is the time for real world support questions. You all are ready, including the owner of this company. So these are real
trailing?
actual tickets that I have removed all personal information from and are, in my opinion, pretty representative of some types of questions we get. These are not like the first time. Many of you will have answered these before. I am going to show you or I'm going to show you in all cases an error message, and you have to tell me what you would do to fix it. The first person to get it correct will get the point. And you know, the buzzers work like they always do. So y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pilot.
So what I would how I would go about troubleshooting this?
You have to tell me there's one thing you can do to fix this, and you have to tell me what you could do.
Okay, well,
So this is a
I have a request that maybe we
Yeah.
you have us wait to start the buzzers until after a predetermined amount of time for us to all read.
Pilot can't read this and then answer.
I like
That's
metagaming. I'm gonna
against
say I'm
the
gonna only
laws.
give you 3 more seconds. I'm gonna give 10 seconds on answers. So 10
Oh,
more
okay, that's
seconds.
fine. Well, the smartass answer is to turn off your notification settings.
That won't fix the problem.
no.
So sorry, that's your answer. Gautam's next.
Okay, well,
This is those extra quotes at the end of the dbconfig file.
Correct. And in fact, you can even see them in this email that there's quotes and then there's 2 more quotes on the end of them near the bottom. So, yeah, that is to be fair, I thought it was funny to put a whole wall of text on a slide. So that, yeah.
Real funny.
Yeah, exactly.
something.
Haha, funny.
All right.
Misdirection error.
And the next one here. And a reminder, when you buzz in, you only get 10 seconds to answer. Amanda's first to buzz.
So this is it's an SSL error. So it's DNS problem. Looks like that person is gonna need actually I'm really bad at these. Never mind.
You're right that it's an SSL error, but there is something wrong here specifically. Pilot, you're next.
DNS records never got generated for that domain. Last
Yeah.
time we fixed this was like 3 days ago. Made Chris fix it on the dep site.
The DNS doesn't exist for this domain, so it can't issue a record. Yes, that is correct, Pilot. All right.
Wait, are we gonna say how can people also share how we fix those things?
I just said how I would fix it.
Oh, sorry. Then.
You asked Chris to fix it? Is that your
Yes.
answer?
Sorry,
You know what?
Chris.
I will hear it. I've already awarded the point, but I'm happy to hear it. In this case, I kind of am realizing I broke my rule because the problem here is this domain doesn't exist anymore. Like it expired in this particular example. Well, of course, I censored it. I removed the actual URL, but how would you fix it?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I was asking because I wanted Pilot to tell me.
Oh.
how to do it.
I would tell people to point to DNS or sync DNS.
Yeah, point the DNS. This one is honestly a little too vague. There's a lot of things that could be wrong, right? In this case, they actually let a domain lapse. So
Also, it looks like just looking at this error, they're trying to issue a Let's Encrypt. Oh, is automatic Let's Encrypt renewal for mycoolsite.com is the cPanel account? Not the
yes.
domain, because the domain that they're trying to issue for is not mycoolsite.com.
Yeah, their
It's
primary domain in cPanel was is mycoolsite.com, but
something else.org lapsed, and all of the subdomains of that can't receive
yeah,
DNS because it doesn't exist.
I
Okay.
believe that was the situation here. All right, this is the last one. Jim.
Fatal error. What would I do to fix a fatal error? I'd tell people to turn off all plugins, turn off all themes, and look at that. And if that doesn't work, I would do a fix perms, and if that doesn't work, I replace core files.
I'll give you the point because that would fix this, but this error message directly leads to one thing that you could do definitely to fix it. So I will give.
I didn't even read it. I just clicked the button.
I mean, that's clear.
I was.
So I will give someone else an answer to get an additional point if they can tell me one step to stop this. The next person to buzz in was Pilot.
I would tell Taylor to fix the plugin that he wrote that as you divide by 0 on any you try to load the WordPress site, it divides by 0 on any page that you go to.
That's close, and I do like that answer. But if someone installed my terrible plugin, that wouldn't necessarily fix their site instantly.
That's true.
Gautam, you're next to try.
I have the same answer as Pilot. We just turn off that plugin. and,
Yeah, That's
go
the
to
answer. Turn off the plugin or delete it. So, yep, that is a plugin that all it does is try to divide by 0. So that is
We
a
have
point.
a tie.
Well, Gautam gets another point for the correct answer here. So
Didn't Pilot say the same answer?
no, Pilot said to tell the developer to fix the plugin.
I like to think in broad strokes solutions. This is going to help everybody.
They're absolutely
I think we have
There's something about that is the most holistic fix to this problem, I suppose. So I
do
will
think we
I will
might have
ask
to-
the
Meredith-
audience here if Pilot should get a point for that answer.
Meredith's
Absolutely,
also Meredith's also tagging in to say none of us said how we would turn off the plugin.
That's a good point. I think that's fair enough. Pilot, I'll give you the point here, which is fun because it does end in a tie because this is the last question. So
So what's the tiebreaker, Taylor? Didn't you
I
find
did
tiebreaker?
not consider the idea of a tie.
How about the audience comes out with a question that these two have? We're out. Jason, me, and Amanda now can be cheerleaders. It's Gautam and Pilot, and the audience has to put a question, and we could decide, or you can decide, Taylor, which question you want to take.
To the
Okay.
death.
Yeah, I will take an audience question if someone can put one in the Discord in the next 30 seconds. In the meantime here, we will
Anytime we
We
can
will chill.
do Meredith a favor and just let everybody who's watching this know that you should disable that one plugin by renaming the folder in File Manager or turn it off in WordPress CLI.
yes.
Ed agrees with me. Tell the dev to fix it upstream. Ed agrees.
I would say I wrote a plugin, and the only place you can get that plugin is a blog post that's called "Break a WordPress Site with this simple plugin." So that is intended functionality.
We have a question from
Okay.
Meredith.
Yes, Meredith has the question here. How would you fix a 404 on a WordPress site after a recent migration? And I'm going to reset the buzzers now. Pilot.
Go through and replace, find and replace all of the URLs to make sure that they came over cleanly.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, Jason.
Muted, Jason.
I'm sorry. I don't even know why. I thought I wasn't even playing. I'm just the audience, right?
Yeah, that's the
I was going to say the
tiebreaker.
same thing, but honestly, I was going to say search and replace for the URL in the database.
I'm almost positive I know what Meredith's going for here, and that's not the answer we're looking for. I'll give another hint here. You would see this if you visited a WordPress site and the homepage works, but none of the other links work. I've reset the buzzers again. Got him.
The htaccess rules are missing.
Yeah, htaccess rules are missing, so I'll give you a point there. I think that gives that means Gautam is I think the winner here and
Well
the
earned.
tiebreaker. Fantastic job, Gautam, representing the infrastructure team, and taking home the win here.
That's great.
You are officially today's top agent, top support agent. Yes.
And thank you,
think-
Pilot. It was a good tiebreaker one. Yeah, that was fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
this was very good.
Thank you to Meredith for that good question, because that was a good one to include.
This was
And-
brilliant, Taylor. Thank you. I had a blast doing this.
I had so much fun.
Thanks.
This is awesome.
I had fun too. I think next time we do this with customers.
Oh no.
Fun.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm kidding.
I could see Tom Woodward. We could have a couple of people in here, and he'd be like, "Damn."
Tears, not laughing.
But yeah,
We could
I had a
lose a few
blast.
customers.
Yeah. I had a blast hosting this. Thank you all for playing, and see you next time on Best Support on the Internet.
Hey, Taylor.